the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Pandas taking on the #1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Entering play call screen.
Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Pandas offense takes the field. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights, and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes you're recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism, it was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Pandas send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Lovett. He gets a block. Can they catch him? He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys get everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
With the run on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
He'll pick up 3 before he's down at the 6.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really blowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board.
Field goal 27 yards is selected.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Entering play call. Option is set to player. Play type. There are 5 categories. Inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 4. Outside handoff.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the gun, the running back has it. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up of 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Pandas are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. The tap. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Entering play call, special teams, we have 5 options. Kickoff left.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Craig. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Entering play
good blocking, good running, pick up a 6 out to the 30. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the Pandas will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Lovett. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the foot.
He's going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by 11 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense to understand this. That QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Entering base model screen, you have 5 options.
The Pandas will bring the punt team onto the field. Looking for a block. It's Lovett. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field with it so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Etienne. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff to the lone back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock it down back at the 16.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Back to throw, it's Beck. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They want to throw it. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 5 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Pandas come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Leaves it with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Pandas decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Lining up for the
there are 5 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
5-4-2, return
and the
left
Pandas will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
How about the defender? Heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football.
And he hauls it in inside the 30. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover that last catch. This now is 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Army. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they got the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. The Pandas come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They ran it on first down, now on 2nd. And off from the shotgun. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, just call that one again.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Here comes the option. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go. Pick up the first down. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for room. It's Etienne. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back. He made him pay.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun to give to the back. Hard running there. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
Red option is selected.
Power ahead. Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
There are 5
EAT unit on the field.
15 options. Got empty selected.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The first down for the offense. Give to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some.
Got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
No, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finally getting it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 5 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Entering
Quick
play
work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays.
5 options.
And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Suggestions. There are 4 categories.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 4 categories.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're bringing heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the 4th quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
Running it back. It's Lovett. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Entering play
and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Lining up
there
to
are
tack
5
one more onto
categories.
that lead.
You have 15 options. Attempt is selected.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
Entering
They
play
didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fires to the wideout. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Georgia! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
You have 15 options. Attempt is selected.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close.
Entering play call,
They're up by 7
suggestions.
over
There are
Akron.
categories.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On target over the
Entering
middle.
play call,
And
coach
he gets it up to the
suggestions. There are
36. It'll be a
categories.
first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Coach suggestions.
And how about
There are
this defense? They
categories.
got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another
Entering
sack.
play call, coach
And I bet the
suggestions.
frustration
There are
meter for this
categories.
offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here.
Entering play call.
Found a little run room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
Shot, click, screen, Hail Mary.
Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this deep.
And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
Categories. You have 9 player. Coach suggestions. There are 5 categories.
He'll try to tack on one more.
Options. That event is selected.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
Entering play
Aggressive
call.
play calling on that drive. Just 3 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're just about ready to kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. To the air, it's Wicks. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. He gets it away from his own end zone. On the return, it's Lovett. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel...
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. On first down, here comes this offense. Back to pass, it's Wicks. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And
hello?
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Say what now?
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense
I'm up.
They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
Me?
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
That penalty helps some, but it's still 3rd and long.
No.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did
what?
The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But
Say what now?
great job making the interception, and you're right. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Who but? Oh.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Now they'll line up
there
for
are
what they
5
hope is
categories.
automatic.
You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Entering play call, special teams.
They're about
You
to
have
kick
5
it away, and the
options.
defense
Kickoff
probably
left is
can't
selected.
wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
And we're gonna say who tell who to shut up
From
when you come
inside
back
the
over here.
15, chance for a good
You know you
return.
ain't gonna tell me no
Not
shut
a lot
up.
of space to be found. Good
Entering
hustle by
play
the
call,
coverage team, and they
coach
stop
Still
it
gonna
at
get on the
21.
business. Shut up
They
and
love
be
to
quiet
put a
like people
long
did.
drive together here as they start from their own 21.
Say what?
He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down. Really nice stop there from this senior
You
leader.
know
Here comes the offense
you
on
know you ain't gonna
second
be
down.
talking all that junk.
Looking downfield, it's Wicks. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush
You gonna
is
be watching your
effective, and
ass.
they tackle him at the 19. This defense has kept them
Oh, I'ma
backed
watch
up.
it.
Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
Nah.
And
Nah, I
the
know.
pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Say
And the
what?
defenders will punt it away on 4th
Nah,
down.
don't. You never smell me.
He gets a block.
That's a damn lie.
That nifty return sets up the offense and
Entering play
negates
call,
some of
pass,
the yardage on the
pass.
punt.
There are 6 categories. Option, standard, shot, play action, screen pass, Hail Mary.
And here we go. Final play of the
Yeah.
game right here.
I love ball. If
They'll throw it on
nobody else,
1st
don't.
down. He rifles one deep to the left. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them.